Alright guys, so we're here at the UK Games Expo and I'm here with Mark from Dream Big Games and we're going to be talking about this game that immediately caught my eye because I read Wardens of the Wulvengrad, which immediately gave me a tinge of excitement, and then I read a cooperative monster hunting boss battler, which just sounds fantastic. So Mark, can you take us through this and tell us what it's all about?
So basically your wardens are coming in to hunt this giant boar, and it's first to die loses. So you're working together to try and take this thing but down. In this case, you're literally bringing home the bacon. But what happens is you've got 4 wardens, each with their own unique abilities, and they have an action deck. And this is basically, each card has 2 abilities. So the top ability is an action you can take in your turn, but the second half is an opportunity to be used whenever you see fit. These can be used to deal damage, but also block damage. So it's up to you. You can fire all 5 of your cards and do one massive attack, or you can leave a little bit behind to defend against any kind of damage. But each hunter, they have their own kind of focus. So Creve, he's pretty selfish. He just wants to come in and just deal maximum damage all the time. He's chopping bits off that boar like nobody's business. Artoria, unfortunately, it's her job basically to keep him alive because he's going to eat a lot of damage. So she can gift armor, she can take the hit for him, swap places with him, so she takes it instead. Shadow is your scout. She is good at manipulating the monster, so she can go through his decks to basically see what's coming up. But the monster's health is made up of a wound bag, right? So this is full of tokens, and it basically tells you here roughly what's in the bag. The problem is, you never know when they're going to come out. So you're doing 5 damage, you're going to draw 5 from the bag. But you've got in there basic wounds, armour, which are slightly tougher areas, but also counter attacks. And if you don't do enough damage to smash through that right there and then, the thing's going to turn around and hit you right back. And the last one is Rage. This is one angry boar. And basically it just goes, and then headbutts you or does something really nasty, and there's nothing you can do to avoid it. So as he gets going, basically he's got a 3-tier deck, and as he draws these tokens out, his attacks get worse. But what happens is they initially go into the discard pile when they're drawn, but as soon as you draw from one of the nasty decks, anything that's in the discard is shuffled back in. So that then becomes one of his basic moves. There's a chance then that card's going to come out and you're going to eat that attack again. But there's one in there that comes up too often, it's got an impale. So basically what happens is you get stuck on his tusk, and then he still runs about the map with you attached on the front of him.
As any good boar would do. So.
But luckily you're right in its face, so you get to hit it for more damage, and if you can pull one of these tokens out, basically it drops you. But what happens is, as you're damaging it, he basically has resources that you get to break off him, and if you clear one of these areas, you also get a unique piece of that monster. So if you hit him in the face enough time, you just go, just smash the tusk off. Now, you can't take it out until you get home, but you're taking it home. That's the main thing, isn't it? So you're doing that, and you're trying to use your abilities to basically mitigate what's coming out of this bag. The only way to kill it is to take everything out, so you're going to have to deal with it at some point. So it's how you work together as a team to try and do that. So you're putting cards in, you're gifting each other's cards, you're putting buffs in their bag. So each hunter also has their own little health bag, and when you buff them, it puts something in here.
Right.
So that could be a block that comes out, it basically negates all damage from that attack, or it could be a dodge which negates anything that comes after it. But you also need to be careful because the monster puts statuses into the deck, into that bag, so you don't deal with it right there and then. But the next time you take damage, there's a chance you maybe get exhausted from the attack, and then it basically negates all your good tokens. So all of a sudden you think, right, I was going to avoid that, but now I'm eating all that damage, and now you're like, medic!
So it really does kind of bring home that, as you say, sort of like boss battle style feel from video games and that kind of thing as well. And sort of like planning for different phases and that kind of thing.
This thing doesn't mess about. Yeah. Each turn, his rage goes up by 1. Also, whenever you pull one of these nasty tokens out, his rage also increases. And when his rage hits 6, that's when he pulls out one of these nasty cards. But his minimum rage also goes up by 1 when it resets, so it's easier to get mad next time. So the fight, as it goes on, you don't want the fight going too long, or else you'll just end up eating those nasty cards turn and turn again until he's basically wrecked you.
So if people want to come and play this game this weekend, can they come over to and find you guys and give it a go and demo it and stuff? Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. So we're running it on 2 tables all weekend. Stand 2938 it is, Dream Big Games.
You remember the number. Everyone needs to remember the number.
So I expect to be very busy.
Fantastic stuff.
Friday, Saturday we're running the basic boar, which is just a trainee boar. And if that's not enough challenge, on the Sunday we're running Revenge of the Boar, which is the big daddy boar. Basically comes in and just screws with your day.
So you could come each 3 days and try and find a different challenge. That could be pretty awesome.
And because you don't know what cards are going to come out, you don't know what token order is going to come out, it's going to be a different fight. Even the same monster with the same stuff, it'll still be a completely different fight the next time.
Fantastic stuff. Well, if you're interested in Wardens of Wulvengrad, a cooperative monster hunting boss battler, then make sure and come and find these guys. You heard the number. Come and give it a look. It looks really cool. I like the tactical aspects of it, everything like that. We're going to move on. We're going to do some more videos, and I'll see you again very, very soon.